My name is Engineer Anthony Egba. I'm an agricultural consultant and an agricultural mechanization expert. I just want to look at our present productivity in agriculture, especially in crops. I want to take cassava as a case study. Everywhere you go, statistics will be thrown at you that Nigeria is the greatest producer of cassava, Nigeria is the highest producer of cassava, and yet our cassava are not playing in the international market. So one of my friends asked me, Tony, why is this so? If actually Nigeria is the highest producer of cassava, why is it that we don't have any share of international market? I said, well, this you have a lot of angle to consider. One, the primary angle you have to consider is that presently our productivity, even though we are the highest producer of cassava, our productivity is still very low. Low because our production methodology are not competitive. In Nigeria, the largest producers of even this cassava we are talking about are the smallholders who still use majorly manual methods to farm cassava on a particular piece of land. And they use minimal inputs. So you are using manual method, labor intensive, and minimal inputs. Now, productivity today in developed agriculture are driven by innovation and technology, not only the size of land alone. Nigeria, yes, we have largest parts of land, but you will discover that the same unit of land that we are using, for example, 1 hectare of land in Nigeria, today traditional method of production, will give you 12 to 15 hectares of per ton. A similar unit of land in Brazil or Thailand will give you average of 30 tons per hectare. You can see that even their productivity is almost twice. And in some cases, you have their productivity almost 3 times than ours. Well, there are a lot of issues we really need to address in order to correct this. One, we have to really look at our mechanization, our technology, and then the efficient use of the land itself. I'm talking about cassava productivity, for example. If we really want to mechanize cassava, we have to go all the way, starting from land clearing, proper land clearing, then land preparation. This is where we have biggest issue presently. In land preparation, we don't have the appropriate equipment for land preparation. For example, cassava being a root crop, you need to prepare the soil very well, deep, remove all the roots, because from the one you want to plant cassava, that is where you start planning how you are going to harvest this cassava. Because if you want to plant cassava for industry, it's quite different from cassava for food. Cassava for industry, you must be able to plant it in such a way that it will be available in the right quantity, right quality, at the right time, almost throughout the year, at the right price. Because the industry, we at least want to be engaged minimum of, say, 300 days in a year. And so your cassava must be able to produce in such a way that it must be available for this period of the year. And so you really need to mechanize. And what is the gap in the mechanization presently in the country? Is the appropriate equipment, the right capacity tractors. We don't have enough big capacity tractor, for example 300 power, that can pull the big implements like row plow and row harrow that is necessary in preparing the land fast. For example, if you want to produce for a factory that will use like probably 200 or 300 tons of cassava per day, you need to cultivate the large area within 1 year. And you need to do it within a window of probably 6 months, whereby you have soil moisture right, Because after which that, mostly for now, it's not economical to irrigate cassava, so you must still more or less plant your cassava in such a way that you will have to produce it by rainfall. So this is important, that your planning must be right, and even your planning is right and you don't have adequate man-machine capacity, you may still run into trouble. So what I'm advocating now is that we should have adequate, appropriate machines, especially tractors and heavy equipments that you can use to prepare a land properly and conserve your land. So this is important. By the time your land preparation is adequate, your productivity will start increasing from there, because now also you probably have taken care of weed control, which is a menace which reduces your yield, and then again use the right appropriate inputs. This is important. I will be subsequently discussing with you in the next video about the planting technology to give you high productivity and then field maintenance, and then we will talk about harvesting. But for us to really increase our productivity in agriculture in Africa and Nigeria, we really need to leverage on innovation and technology. This is important. Thank you. I'm Tony Yemba. Goodbye.